So welcome to our Power Move segment. It's one of my favorite segments of the show. And today we are talking to creator and founder of SheWarrior, Natlyn Jones. Natlyn, welcome to Passage to Profit.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about SheWarrior and how you are connected to the world of boxing.
Okay, so SheWarrior, it's my activewear brand. We make activewear for women. Within the brand, we try to focus on helping women feel empowered, assertive, strategic, and unapologetic about the inner warrior, the strength that, of course, resonates in all women. So that's who we are as a brand, and that's what we strive for.
And then how are you connected to boxing?
Boxing. I'm connected to boxing through, I guess you would say, my husband. He's done a little boxing here and there, Roy Jones Jr. So I've been around the sport and immersed in it for a long time, over 20 years, if you want to put a number on it.
So just tell us a little bit about the role of women in boxing in the sport, because I know up until really recently, there really hasn't been a strong presence of women, or at least as many opportunities in the sport as it's been for men.
Oh, definitely. I think that's very true. What you said. I see some doors opening. I think women's boxing still has a long way to go, but I see fighters like Katie Taylor, Clarissa Shields. They're headlining, they're co-headlining events that never really happened before, and people are tuning in to actually see them, and they're actually very skilled. And I think that type of boxing and their personalities, I think it resonates with people and it opens doors. So I definitely see that happening. And a lot of female fighters are signing with big promoters as well. You know, the Top Ranks, the Golden Boys, all of those things, I think also, help influence and, promote the sport.
That's great. That's great. And SheWarrior is playing a role with, opening up those doors and creating a platform for women. So let's talk a little bit more about the brand and the platform that you're building around SheWarrior.
Okay, so with SheWarrior, before I actually came up with SheWarrior, I was already into the promotion side of boxing with my husband. We have a stable of fighters, and we have a few female fighters. And actually, pre-COVID, I work with Ava Wallström. She's a Finnish champ, and she came over. I put her on a card. She headlined in Vegas. It was like the ultimate. It was great. So that was like my first event where women like actually pulled most of the card, and we had a great turnout, and I was very pleased with it. So I forgot. Where am I going with this question?
No, we were talking a little bit about the brand and the platform that you're building with SheWarrior.
Okay. So from that, I was already in the boxing gym with my husband. I train with the fighters. I love boxing. It's like my zen, my yoga. I do it every day. I'm immersed in it. I actually had my first amateur fight a few months ago. So I was doing all those things. And of course, I was wearing the typical brands, but within the gym, I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to actually be able to wear a brand that represented, like, embodied in the name of the brand, like the warrior in all females. So that's how SheWarrior was actually born. But it's always lived within us. When I thought about it, it's like my mom, she wasn't a fighter, like in the sense of being in the boxing ring, but she was one of the fiercest women that I've ever known, along with a lot of other women that have like positively influenced my life. So that's how the brand basically came about. It's all the great women, past and present, that have basically, influenced me to be the woman that I am today.
No, you make a really good point. I think innately we all have that, SheWarrior within us, because we do so many things. Like, we're moms, we're entrepreneurs, we're doing all these things, and we're so resilient as women a lot of times, and those examples in our family, and we keep everything together, right? And you have to have some tenacity to be able to do that.
Yes, definitely. A lot of tenacity. And even with Roy, it's like I play the back a lot, And, he's always, it's easy for him to, he does great interviews, great commentary, but no one knows that I'm sometimes that driving force, his schedule, getting his bag together, even when he was fighting, like his regimen with his nutrition, all that stuff, and just being that support system, because being with a fighter is not for the faint of heart. It's a lot that comes along with it. So, and then you're juggling everything, the kids, the house, your other businesses, and you do it all with, class and style, and you're kind of the unsung hero, I would say. So I wanted to be like, you know what? I wanted to sing the song and be like, we're all amazing. We're all great. We're all badass in our own way. So I just really wanted a brand that could like represent that. And I think sometimes, it's missing, and it sometimes goes unsaid. So.
Yeah, no, and I love that. And there's a lot of inclusion and representation throughout the brand. And when you feel it, like you wear it, you feel empowered, which I love. It's like super comfortable. And it doesn't matter whether you're an athlete or you're just a mom going to the store, getting groceries. It just gives you that feeling of like, just you feel good about yourself.
Yes. That's the goal. Yes.
So let's talk about the brand and how it's grown, because I know, I've seen it all over. I've seen a lot of fitness instructors who are pretty famous who are wearing it, and they've posted about it. So let's talk about the growth of the brand and where things have gone.
The brand has grown. It's been a process though. It wasn't an overnight thing. I'm a little over 2 years into it, and it's still slow and steady, as I would say. And it's just about reaching out and finding your niche. And sometimes that's not as easy as it may seem. Like initially when I started things, I thought, hey, social media, it levels the playing field. So you don't have to have a brick and mortar. You can get there. And I'm like, okay, no, that's not quite how it happens. It's all this digital. Sometimes it's a lot of hit and miss. You feel like you're throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying to see what's going to stick, and nothing's sticking. But it seems like, over the last, and then COVID hit on top of it. But over the last, 8 to 9 months, I think we're started to build more momentum. We've had, a few instructors, a few influencers. They've shown us some love. So that's definitely helped. And I'm just trying to stay consistent and, forge the path. So I believe in it. And I know eventually we'll get to where I ultimately want to be.
Awesome. And then what advice would you give to emerging brands who are looking to, grow their brand, reach their target demographic? What advice would you give them?
The first word of advice that I would give someone that wants to grow their brand and they're thinking about something is just to do your research. Just find out as much as you can about something and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. I would say like you're passionate about it. It means something to you, because it's a lot of days where it's a lot of work and the reward is small, if any. So loving what you do and just being immersed in that helps get you through the tough times. And you're going to have a lot of ups and downs. So I would say make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, not just, I want to make a lot of money. I want to be famous, that type of thing. So I would say that's my first word of advice to anybody that's thinking about jumping off into something.
And you have a new line that just dropped. Tell us about that and tell us where we can find it.
Okay. I have a couple new collections that dropped recently, like in the last 30 days. One is the Dream Chaser collection, and another one is the Winner Circle collection. And you can see all of my collections, all of SheWarrior on IamSheWarrior.com. And we're also on Instagram and Facebook, I.am.SheWarrior. So check us out there.
And you also are a part of Afterpay now.
Yes. That was pretty big. It's like, I don't know about you, but I love Afterpay, and I was so glad to partner with them. It makes you feel a little bit less guilty. about your online shopping habits. So
And indeed so. Well, listen, it was great having you a part of the Power Move segment today. And I look forward to everything that SheWarrior is doing. You know, I'm very excited for you. And, you know, it's just the story is very empowering. So thanks for being here with us today on Passage to Profit.
thank you,
Yeah.
Kenya. Thank you so much, Kenya. I appreciate you.
Likewise.
Well, thanks for that really fascinating segment.